Hi, my name is Caitlin Altieri, and today I'll be presenting my school nutrition policy, which focuses on non-food celebrations along with teacher wellness and the role that that plays in all-around student wellness. The target of this policy is elementary school students. Elementary school students have a high rate of obesity, with 6 to 11-year-olds having a rate of 20.3% across the United States. Obesity has many short and long-term effects on children's health, including decreased self-esteem, physical health, and social and emotional well-being. There's also an increased risk for type 2 diabetes, breathing problems, and bullying. Children who are obese are also more likely to be obese in adulthood, so it's important that the cycle stops early on. Now I'd like to take a look at policy regarding celebrations in elementary schools, where we're at now and where we can go moving forward to better children's health. Currently, neither the state of Texas nor Sunnyside School District have any policies regarding food as a part of celebrations. Celebrations have the opportunity to either contribute to obesity rates and unhealthy habits or promote healthy reward systems. And there are a few reasons why food should not be the center of a celebration. It causes children to view food as a reward rather than a way to fuel their body. In addition, it can lead to an unhealthy relationship with food, which can lead to the same reward culture later in life, further contributing to overweight and obesity in adulthood. In the proposed policy, which focuses on smart celebrations and employee wellness, the main goal is that Sunnyside School District elementary schools will maintain consistent messaging of health and wellness among teachers and within the classroom, and utilize celebrations as a time to form lifelong habits that appreciate non-food means of celebration, rather than as an opportunity to promote an unhealthy relationship with food and contribute to childhood obesity. A combination of two programs is the best way to realize this goal. The first program focuses on smart celebrations, as opposed to food-related celebrations, which are so often seen in schools. The goal of alternative celebrations is to utilize celebration time to promote physical wellness or educational messages and steer away from the unhealthy habit of celebrating with non-nutritious foods, which will instill an appreciation for alternative means of celebration and create lifelong health-promoting habits in children and teachers. Some alternative celebration examples are extended recess, a school-wide scavenger hunt, board games, dress-up day, a special presenter, to name a few. In order for this program to be implemented, first, school administration and teachers will be informed. Next, it's important to inform parents prior to school starting. Awareness will be created through the school website and flyers sent home in students' folders. Additionally, we will ask for parent volunteers or donations on Meet the Teacher Night. Lastly, on celebration days, administrators will check in on the classrooms just to maintain that the policy is being followed. Of course, there are always potential barriers, with the main one being parents who might be used to celebrating with foods, so this would be a very big change for them. Therefore, there will be an informational session at both Meet the Teacher Night and the school's open house. In addition, an informational flyer will be sent home in the weekly folder, letting them know the why behind the shift away from food-related celebrations. Secondly, it's very important that teachers are aware of the reason for this program. A lot of times, extra policies in place can just be additional work on a teacher's plate. Therefore, through an employee wellness program, which will be talked about in more detail later, and an informational session during back-to-school training, teachers will become more informed of why and the importance of implementing this in their classrooms. Regarding the funding for alternative celebrations, little funding is required, and what is needed could come from donations. Through classroom donations at the beginning of the year and parent volunteer signups, a lot can be attained. There could also be a school-wide drive for board games and activities to play instead of the traditional food celebrations. Lastly, the classrooms could reallocate money that would previously have been spent on food. It's also important that teachers are trained properly. Through an employee wellness program, teachers will understand the importance of wellness and the incorporation of it into the classroom. Additionally, having school-wide awareness of the program will help hold each classroom accountable. Celebration recommendations provided by the district will help make the transition a lot easier and require a lot less creativity on the teacher's part. A second program which will help increase the success of the Smart Celebrations program is an employee wellness program for teachers and staff. In order for alternative celebrations to be effective and enforced, the most critical stakeholder is teachers. An employee wellness program has the ability to really impact teachers' lives, which can trickle down to the students as well. So the goal of the employee wellness program is that Sunnyside School District will help teachers' physical and mental health through the implementation of an employee wellness program that promotes teacher wellness, which in turn positively impacts students' health and educational outcomes through teachers modeling health and wellness in the classroom. The model of the employee wellness program is based on the Healthy Schools Program framework. It will include health assessments and physical activity programs for staff, encourage the staff to eat healthy foods, and also provide information on how to use physical activity in the classroom. In order to implement the employee wellness program, first, the teachers will be surveyed to find areas of need. Then it's important to contact local colleges for potential partnerships within the nutrition department and build a program together. The program should be tailored to meet the needs of the teachers and also target multiple components of wellness. Then the schools can reach out to local sponsors or volunteers for help with the implementation. Lastly, it's very important to incorporate the wellness program into the school's culture, which means going beyond just saying and actually doing. The employee wellness program does have some potential barriers, with the most important one being cost. Therefore, it's important to seek out community volunteers or sponsors. Partnering with gyms to get discounted memberships, or partnering with local colleges to get the students on board as educators. Lastly, partnering with local grocery stores to have cooking classes or things like that is one way to help combat the cost. Something else to think about is that there will be savings because of lower rates of absenteeism among teachers. Another potential barrier is teacher participation. Teachers are busy, they don't need one more thing on their plate. So it's important to incentivize their participation through monthly competitions that have non-monetary winnings. Maybe teachers will be able to wear jeans to work if they win the monthly competition, or they get to give up their lunch duty for a week. It's also so important to make it easy for these teachers to participate. Add some fresh fruit in the break room, or cater from a healthy restaurant for staff meetings as opposed to the traditional chicken and French fries. Lastly, it's very important to get the PTO on board because their most important interest is the children. So it's important to emphasize the trickle-down effect of teacher wellness on student wellness to these parents. Employee wellness programs do require funding, and that funding can come from multiple sources, including donations and partnerships with local sponsors. The sponsors can donate their time, energy, in addition to goods and services like cooking classes for the staff or discounts on athletic wear. As mentioned before, less absenteeism among teachers means major savings for the school district as well. Training is of course important for this program, so it's vital to discuss goals and the implementation plan with volunteers and the school staff. Lastly, principals should be trained on how to empower the staff and promote wellness in the school as a whole. There are a variety of stakeholders who are key to helping this policy succeed. The predominant one being students whose health and well-being is on the line and whose smart celebrations affect directly. Parents and teachers are also key stakeholders that interact with students on a daily basis. Lastly, school administration and the local community are vital to helping all of these programs and the policy succeed. So how do we get them all on board? Through education and informational sessions, we can provide knowledge and let these stakeholders know the importance of fighting childhood obesity and the role that teachers can play and their wellness can play on the health and well-being of students. In summary, smart celebrations, when combined with an employee wellness program, can have major positive impacts on not only children's health and well-being, but also the health and well-being of the teachers and all-around community. Community sponsors can help reduce barriers and costs that might otherwise prevent implementation. Through donations of time and energy, those costs can be alleviated. Lastly, education at all levels of stakeholders can help achieve support and lead to success and longevity of the programs and the policy.